The diner was quiet in the way ordinary places often are, filled with the soft clatter of plates, low conversations, and the hum of everyday life. No one noticed the disabled girl at first. She sat alone at a corner table, hands trembling slightly as she tried to hold her cup. Her movements were slow, careful, as if the world demanded more effort from her than from everyone else. That alone should have earned her patience. Instead, it made her a target. A group of bullies walked in, laughing loud and careless. Their eyes landed on her, and something cruel sparked in their expressions. It started with whispers and mocking smiles. Then came the words, sharp, humiliating, meant to cut deep. The girl lowered her head, hoping invisibility might protect her. It didn't. One of them stepped closer, invading her space, making jokes at her expense while the others laughed. The diner fell silent, but not because anyone spoke up. Then it happened. A sudden slap echoed through the room. The sound was loud, shocking, impossible to ignore. The girl froze, her face turning red, eyes filling with tears she tried desperately to hold back. That single moment carried more pain than the slap itself. It wasn't just an attack on her body, it was an attack on her dignity, her humanity. What hurt even more was the stillness around her. People looked away. Some pretended to be busy, others watched but said nothing. Fear, discomfort, or indifference kept them glued to their seats. The bullies smirked, satisfied, knowing no one would challenge them. The girl remained seated, shaking, humiliated in a room full of strangers who chose silence over courage. In that diner, injustice wasn't only delivered by a slap, it was sealed by the absence of empathy. And for one long hour, it seemed like cruelty had won. After the bullies walked out, the diner felt heavier, as if the air itself had thickened with shame. The girl stayed in her seat, staring at the table in front of her. Her food had gone cold, untouched. Every small sound, the scrape of a chair, the clink of a spoon, felt painfully loud in the silence that followed. Yet no one spoke to her, no one asked if she was okay. The quiet was not peaceful, it was suffocating. She wiped her tears with the sleeve of her sweater, careful not to draw attention. Years of being stared at, whispered about, and judged had taught her one cruel lesson. Don't cause trouble. Her heart raced, not just from fear, but from the familiar feeling of being invisible. She wondered if standing up would make things worse. So she stayed still, hoping time would pass quickly. Minutes stretched into an hour. Customers came and went. Life outside the diner continued as if nothing had happened. Inside, the girl sat alone with her pain, replaying the slap over and over in her mind. The laughter, the faces, the way no one defended her. Each memory landed like another blow. She questioned herself. Was it my fault? Did I do something wrong? That was the deepest cruelty of all, making the victim doubt her own worth. The staff avoided her eyes, unsure of what to say or afraid of getting involved. The injustice remained unchallenged, hanging in the air like an unanswered question. It felt as though the world had decided this was normal, acceptable, forgettable. But unseen to everyone inside that diner, something was shifting. The silence was not the end, it was a pause, a breath before something powerful arrived. The kind of calm that comes just before the storm breaks, when the universe quietly prepares to correct a terrible wrong. The bell above the diner door rang, breaking the heavy silence. One by one, bikers walked in. Leather jackets, road-worn boots, and faces carved by miles of asphalt and hard-earned respect. Their presence changed the room instantly. Conversations stopped, chairs stilled. There was something unspoken in the way they carried themselves. They stood for each other, and they stood for what was right. They noticed the girl immediately, not because she looked weak, but because she looked hurt. One of the bikers gently pulled out a chair and sat across from her, lowering himself to her level. His voice was calm, steady, filled with warmth rather than anger. "Are you okay?" he asked. For the first time since the slap, someone truly saw her. Her tears returned, but this time they were met with understanding, not judgment. Another biker signaled the waitress, ordering fresh food for the girl. No questions, no pity, just quiet respect. The group listened as the truth came out about the bullies, the slap, and the silence that followed. Their expressions hardened, not with rage, but with resolve. This wasn't about revenge, it was about dignity. When the bullies returned, laughter dying on their lips as they saw the bikers, the atmosphere shifted. No shouting, no threats. Just firm words and unbreakable unity. The bikers stood together, a wall of brotherhood, making it clear that cruelty would not go unanswered. The bullies left, smaller than when they arrived. The girl sat taller, her hands steady now. In that diner, justice didn't come from violence, it came from solidarity. Brotherhood struck back, not with fists, but with courage, compassion, and the powerful reminder that no one deserves to stand alone.